The following broadcast is brought to you by Mad Dog TV, a Dogphibian Entertainment Limited company.
Good evening everyone and welcome to the stream. It's Monday night, it's Elite Dangerous night, Monday night stream. It's been a while, it's been a couple of weeks I think, hasn't it? Been a bit of a difficult couple of weeks, but we're here, we're going to play some games and we're going to chill out, chillax as it were, so on. It's all about being a teeny little bit late. Some technical issues, one of which is actually in game at the minute, so I'm just trying to sort that out. Can everyone hear me okay? I've kind of moved the microphone a little bit into a different place this evening to see if it makes any difference, because I was kind of getting a bit annoyed with it being on screen all the time in front of my face, so I'm having it above me at the moment. So if it's not as good as it was before, then give me a shout and I'll put it back where it was before. But yeah, so shall we get in game? Let me resume that. Good evening Psycho Cow, good evening Alien Explorer, and good evening Dark Smack. Welcome to the stream and thank you for joining me on this fucking cold night. Oh, apparently we're not allowed to do swearing anymore, are we, on YouTube? Yeah, loads of things have been going on the last few weeks that I've not been kind of keeping up with, so we'll get on. So I'll just pop the actual screen on. So there we go. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Get rid of that. There we go. Hello everybody. How are you doing? Nope, that's still on screen. Let's put it up there. Is that better? Let's see. See how that goes. Maybe if we shove it to one side slightly, that might be a little nicer. Nope, that's still too low. Still too low. Better. Right, okay, so in game, what have I been doing with the game? Well, I've been not so much mucking about in the beta, but just doing a few things and getting stuff ready for this evening's stream, and I've just buggered up the thrusters. So let's bring them to a stop.
Affirmative, all thrusters slowing to a full stop.
Wow, that was interesting. So what I was doing before we kind of started was I was trying to get I bought a Vulture to do some testing because I've just reconfigured my joystick controls, and there were some issues. Okay, the no swearing thing. Apparently there's been some revisions to the way that the YouTube does things, and obviously these streams all go on YouTube after I've finished them because that's the way I roll. I like having the archive of the stuff online, unless it's got dodgy stuff in it that I say when I'm not very happy. In which case I usually try not to put that stuff online because it might be damaging to my career as a waste of space, basically. So yeah, but there's been a bit of a, apparently, monetization of videos, which I don't actually do at the moment, but I am intending to get into that kind of thing at some point. Apparently is now dependent on the level of swearing and so on that is in videos. So if you've got too much of the F word, too much of the C word, too much of the B word, and all the other things that you apparently are dodgy words to say on a website where you've got to be over 13 to view, then you're not allowed to monetize that video, because the products and services that may be advertised on that video as a monetization process essentially just say, no, we don't want that kind of publicity for our product or our service. So YouTube go across and say, nope, you cannot have monetization on any of these videos, so tough luck. This was a few weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago this came out, and yeah, so it wasn't particularly great. So yeah, I'm a bit unsure as to what to do with things like swearing at the moment, so I'm going to try and keep my mouth clean for the moment, just in case. But as I say, I've not actually monetised any of the videos I've done for Elite Dangerous yet, because I've always been kind of in the middle of knowing whether I should or not. I know a lot of people have said yes, you can do it because you're essentially doing a Let's Play, which everyone monetises apparently when they're doing their YouTube stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see anyway. But yeah, so what I've been doing, as I say, I've been trying to reconfigure my joystick because I'm aware that I've got a Cytec X52, which has a lot of different controls on it that you can configure. So you've got 3 different modes, you've got a trigger button, you've got 2 trigger buttons, you've got a pinky button, and you've got a various variety of other things that you can do. Plus which, as came clear when I was doing the stream with Anne a few weeks ago, the buttons weren't mapped particularly intelligently, so I've remapped them. Tried to make them a little bit more logical as to where everything is and a little bit easier to access. I've also changed the settings for the sensitivity, and I've taken a little widget out of the throttle, the one because there's a little thing that retards it at certain points where you've got the idle speed and the max speed without afterburner for flight sims. I've taken that out because it wasn't doing any good on the joystick as I've got it configured, which was full forward motion and then press a button to do the reverse motion. So I've done all that. So if I just pop into the hull of this lovely Vulture. But what's happened is I had configured the UI enter button to be button 6, which is the little pinky trigger on the Cytec, and it's no longer working, which is a bit of a pisser. So what I'm going to have to do now is reconfigure that back to what it was and lose the targeting thing that I've mapped to the B button. So you're going to have to bear with me a second while I do that. So I do apologise. Apparently this is one of the side effects of the different configurations for this joystick, is that it can lose this pinky button quite a lot. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with it. Garzini, hello. So what am I looking at? UI interface mode. UI panel select. Yeah, and that button is completely gone. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Stop it. There we go. So that's now mapped to B again. Apparently it wasn't actually mapped to anything else. Interesting.
Cutting engines. Stop here.
Yeah, I've also remapped some of the other controls. So if we return to surface now, it should work again. Also means that the cycle next fire group button doesn't work anymore in flight, which is still annoying. So yeah, this is one of the new stations that I finished out last week, and it's really nice. But it's actually quite dingy and horrible, but I actually think that gives it so much more character than it had. It's one of the things we were doing last week, because we were milling about looking for different points of interest, weren't we? Not last week, but last time we were on. But yeah, busy couple of weeks, so I'm not going to be doing that anymore. What I've now realised is that we're on the last day of the beta this week, today, so I'm going to make sure that I've got enough photos and stuff in the bank for the RPG. And then we'll kind of go from there. In fact, what I wanted to do is actually change back. Didn't want to come out actually onto the surface. I wanted to head back into my other ship. I essentially used this for testing the way I've configured weapons, because I've started to use the secondary fire button on the joystick, and I've got that mapped to actually do something properly. Because this trigger has a double click, so you click it in a little bit. Click it in a little bit and it fires, and then you click it in a bit further, it fires again for a secondary fire button. So I'm going to try and map that. I think I've mapped it, but I'm now going to get rid of all the weapons I was using to test it, because I'm going to go and do other things. So again, no combat from me. Some shit at it. Stored ships. Grab the Bulduga back. I did notice on one of the update posts that they've changed the black bar in the middle of the screen when the standby thing comes on. That is a welcome change, because that black bar was bloody stupid. Basically, why don't you just remove your entire vision of what you can actually look at while you're loading the screen in? That makes sense. Obscure half your vision. Great! Okay, so the intent is, this evening, there are 4 new ships in this game with this new update coming. So I know I've done sort of top-down views of some of them, so what I'm wanting to just make sure I can do is get top-down views. I've got top-down views of the Beluga, thanks to certain people giving me a hand the other week I was here. So I just want to get the fighters, make sure I've got them, and get some beauty shots of the Beluga as we go past. So let's launch this beast. And tonight, representing HCS voice packs, we have Midnight.
Detach confirmed. Observe queuing system when exiting the station.
Raise landing gear.
Retracting docking modules.
Ooh, that's nice. So worth getting some beauty shots against that, do you think? Yeah, why not? So, how has everyone been this week? Has it been a fun ride for you, as it has been for me? For a start, it's facing the wrong way up. Never mind. Usually try and get the sun on the top, but that's not happening this time. What's happening Wednesday, nearly? Oh, sorry to hear that, Kersey. Trapped nerve, that's never a great thing. Could there be something to do with gaming happening Wednesday, or some fancy new thing going on that I don't know about? I have no idea what's happening. I've been so far out of things. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Nope, I haven't spun round far enough. There we go. That might be more like it. I am glad the beta's coming to an end. I have enjoyed this beta actually. I'm quite looking forward to seeing the full release of it, because I do think it's been quite an interesting release. I like the way things have gone. I know there's a lot of sort of hidden content coming with this one, and that's kind of where this release is kind of focused. And it's all stuff that's like story oriented and supporting the future of what's going to happen with this game and its universe. But I like the Beluga, I like the ship-launched fighters, I like the new atmospheric impact of things on planets.
Searching index. Playing entry.
Planets. A planet is a celestial body, orbiting a star, or stellar remnant, that is massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity, but is not massive enough to cause thermonuclear fusion, and has cleared its neighboring region of planetesimals.
Wonderful.
Why have I got Midnight? I always said I wasn't going to be buying Midnight. But something changed. It's always been one of those ones that I've gone for most of the celebrity voice packs in HCS. Is it? Sorry, hang on. We'll wait till Wednesday before downloading 2.2 at the servers. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Wow, that dock is very, very close to the station, isn't it? Yeah, and I've noticed that Kate Click's on tonight. I've noticed that Kate Click decided she was going to stream on a Monday over my time, which, you know, my feelings on these matters. You expect certain respect from certain people, and then when it doesn't come, you think to yourself, well, that's just fine, isn't it? But she's got a Kickstarter going on, so I'll let her off this time. As long as she doesn't let it happen
Scan
again.
detected.
I'm only kidding. If one thing that the Battle for Mondays against Mad Dog proved is that I really can't defend myself on this kind of stuff. So, yeah. That is ridiculously close to that ring, isn't it? Sincerely hope that when they actually put this live, they're going to put that a little bit further away. Is the Genius the Graveyard going live tomorrow? I don't think so, no, I don't think it is. I'm not fully aware of what the schedule is for the Graveyard. I have heard rumours that, obviously because it has been mentioned in official terms in the game now, or at least in the Galnet posts, that it will definitely be in the game. So I am very much looking forward to the fact that it could be in the game. But is it going to be what we're all hoping for? I think so. I think it's going to be a fairly impressive addition to the game. I'd love to think it's going to be something that's going to be explorable, and it's going to be everything that we kind of dreamed it was going to be, especially in the days of Uli when we wrote it and stuck it in that little game. But, you know, we'll see. It's obviously going to be Frontier's vision of it and what it looks like, and hopefully Drew can have some input, because obviously Drew's a child of Uli as well. So I'm hoping that his description that goes into I'm hoping his description of it is going to be something that... How am I going to move this around? It's something that's going to be possible to be used, shall we say, because they had it in his Status Quo saga for Uli, and I'm there was quite a bit of detail in that, and obviously there was quite a bit of detail that we put in from the Uli saga as well, and there's all that kind of stuff going on. I'm just kind of hoping that, as Drew is now doing the official novel, which will tie in with stuff, I'm kind of hoping that they'll tap him for that kind of information. And that would be a lovely link together. I think that would be a fucking awesome link together. But we'll see. As we say, we know what Frontier can be like with their tie-in stuff. They're always a bit kind of dubious about including fan content in there, and because obviously fans don't really know where things are or what would be good for a game and all that sort of stuff. Frontier are the only people that really know anything about gaming, so we have to be aware of their infinite and impressive knowledge of all things space sims, and just see where they decide to take it, I suppose.
Maximum velocity.
Right, I've got a couple of nice shots there. A bit further away from the station. There's the sun, it's coming from there. I'm pointing exactly the other way now, so that's fine. Oh, that's a lovely bit of bloom there. Liking that. Slightly closer range shot. Nice one. Everyone okay out there in chat world? Seems they've gone a fair bit quiet. Right, so now let's take some fighters out. No fire zone, okay.
Affirmative. Slowing to a full stop.
Boost.
Afterburners maxing engines.
You're all clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Fighter deployment sequence initiated. Fighter deployed.
I'm not sure if I've actually done any screenshots of these yet, so I'm just gonna do them anyway. That should be close enough.
Short range.
Oh, stop it!
Missions?
It's not really the greatest side shot ever, is it? That great big bloody thing stuck on the bottom really ruins that shot. I'm going to change the angle slightly on that. That's nice.
Space break.
Oh, fuck off, Tom. Jesus. You're grabbing everything I say. It's still a command tonight, aren't you? Do. Okay, happy with that. Now, our home ship is over there. Wow, this thing is just out of control. Alright, so can I talk, please? Do I have pics of all the base types? Nope! I do not. But that's something I can do in the main game, because it's not something that requires having to buy something to get there. So I'm hoping that I should be able to do that fairly good in game. How the hell do you dock? I forgot how to dock. Oh, request dock, there we go.
Fighter retrieval sequence initiated.
Whee! If anybody's not feeling sick after that, I don't know who is. I don't know who. I don't know how. Cool. 4 miles an hour is quite fast.
Fighter docking sequence initiated.
Video keeps freezing.
Hull integrity compromised.
I haven't dropped any frames or anything, so it's not my side, I'm afraid. What I'll do is I'll put the camera off for now, I think. You don't need to see me. Actually you do. It's very important that you see me because I'm a very attractive person. Again, I've not dropped any frames, so my broadcast is going out unimpeded. So the video should be fine, from my end anyway. Alright, let's do the same with this now.
Fighter deployment sequence initiated.
Well, it could be Twitch then. Twitch again could be having a bit of a hammer day.
Fighter deployed.
So let me show you what I was talking about before. If I make that the secondary weapon, what I've got, if it works, is on the first fire button, which is just a little fine press of the trigger. Oops. But if I do full press, it switches to the secondary weapon. So if I alternate between those two clicks, I fire the weapons alternately like that, or I can just fire one or the other. So what to do is when I've got a ship that has a proper weapons loadout rather than just a fighter, I can assign that to have one group of weapons fire when I've got that fire button pressed down, and one group of weapons fire when I've got that fire button pressed down. Or I can flick between that, which saves a little bit of energy, not a lot, because it's firing them intermittently. But gives me a lot more control over what weapons I'm actually firing. So that's pretty impressive. So let's do some photos. Well, as I say, Alien, I'm not convinced that it's me, because if it was a frame rate issue coming from my end, I would see that in OBS. OBS has a frame rate counter at the bottom, and it also counts all dropped frames. So if I've dropped any frames, or there's been a transmission problem through the bandwidth on my internet, then it would tell me there, and I'd be able to see it. But because it's something that's happening between my end and your end, the likelihood it's going to be is Twitch. So let's grab that as a screeny. That as a screen, because that's quite a good one. I like that. We'll do some beauty shots. So let's ramp that round. No, again, I don't want any bottom shots because that big thing ranking off the bottom is just making it look a complete bag of wank. And again, we've got a space station in the bloody way. I can use that. Use the actual ship to mask that. Then zoom in. And go to the other side, which gives me the other side. Actually, I'm going to do that slightly different. It looks like it's off center. And then do that. That might actually end up being the information panel on the ship, because that's just a lovely little angle on its own right there. And when I have a look at the bottom, no, because it looks shit. Let's fire up the engine. And get a beauty shot from behind with the engines in full bore. Oh, that's lovely. I must admit, I mean, I know it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but this ship porn I really do like. To do this all day and then come back from home. I must admit that might actually be the beauty shot for the book. So let the beluga catch up. Target. Target.
Targeting.
It's tempting it. Oh crap. That probably didn't actually hit because of the distance. But still, it's quite funny. Right. Let's see if we can get docking clearance to land on my own ship. Now, request dock.
Fighter retrieval sequence initiated.
Affirmative. Slowing to a full stop.
Flip round. It's difficult for me to tell what's actually happening because every time I obviously flip across to the other window, oh crap, these things are just so damn fast.
Fighter docking sequence initiated.
Let's do something automatic.
Hull integrity compromised.
Now, on my end, through OBS, I'm getting no dropouts. I'm getting no slowdowns whenever I can see something going on. I'm getting a high CPU encoding thing going on, but it's still not dropping frames. Usually when it does that, there's a problem, it drops frames. So I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you guys other than F5. Right, so what else? What else do we need to do? I think that's pretty much it as far as screenshots are concerned. I'm happy that I've got enough in the way of screenshots to keep me going for these new ships. What else is worth taking photos of, guys? Tell you what, let's nip onto the other PC for 5 seconds and So what are these new things called? They're not outposts, are they? They're installations? Yeah, space thingies. Thanks for that, Gurzini. That's useful. That's it. That's the set I had last time. Right, okay, so let's give that a go. I feel like things are missing from this screen. It's just such a big window. Open galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
That's a decent jump, so let's come out of there. And we'll dock here first. Get rid of the ship, I might grab the vulture and head off out. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to get photos. No, I've done the thingy. I've done the Taipan, haven't I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've done the Taipan, so I'm not going to bother with photos of that. Okay, I've explored that. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the Pretty Vulture. Ooh, just had an audio drop out. And then I'm going to head off to a pirate base and have a look at one of them. Seeing as we came here to look at this base, this thing here, the dock, I've got a photo of that, which is lovely. Boost. Boost. Midnight. Boost. Oh my god. What's my boost? That one. Huh. Interesting. My actual manual button for boost isn't working either, which is interesting.
Authorization cleared. Your assigned landing pad is number 40.
Deploy landing gear.
The gear is down and locked.
Why unmapped boost? I know what I definitely have then is I've definitely made the dead zone too big. One thing I do like about the design of this station is it doesn't have those flap things that have to go up and down when you dock. That's a big plus. One, not having to fly over them when you come in. Or did I just fly over one when I came in? Yeah, I just flew over one. Shut up, Dave! You don't know what's in this game, you're not even paying attention. Oops. Wow, this ship's quite big. Am I hooked up on that thing I just said didn't exist? Bloody hell. What a goon. Oh, it's a little more fraught than it should have been.
Landing operation complete. You may disembark when ready. You're
Yeah,
all
the
checked
pilot.
in, Commander. Enjoy your
Python.
visit.
Typing mode on.
You may disembark when ready. Bollocks! You can't disembark. They haven't written that into the game yet. La 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 la. La la. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Support services. Oh dear me. That's what I haven't done. I haven't put the music on again, have I? What a twat. Hang on. Music. Let's have some music. Again, as always, if it's too loud or too quiet, give me a shout and I'll change it. Know you lot and your sound. You do love it. Alright, ships. Stored ship. Storage. Use this ship. Shipyard. Stored ships. Storage options. Sell stored ship. Confirm.
Confirmed.
Yeah, I'm getting really distracted this week. Again, as I said, it's been a busy few weeks. I'll go into that probably on the hour. But yeah, I bought Midnight, or I got Midnight from HCS Voice Packs for a reason. Tom Baker has been back in the studio, and there is a sound file that he has done for this that I've been sent that I can't actually find, which is slightly nipping my head. That I wanted to put in into the game tonight. Oh, God almighty. Apologies for that. Right, am I targeted on something? Navigation.
Navigation.
Ooh, so I can just see navigation that goes across there. That's cool. So what system do I need to fly to that's going to get me to wherever I want to go? 19 jumps to Dane. Okay, fair enough. Let's not tell me where I need to go. Okay. Close left panel.
Long range.
Close left panel. Thank you. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
So, it's not that far away. Hey, look, we're going past Vesper M4. We should visit. We should, if we're in the right group, we should visit Kate, shouldn't we? Should probably be at Vesper M4. Shall we? Shall we do that? That could be quite fun. Let's go there. It's been route plotting failed. Okay, what does that mean then? What have I done? What's broke? Can I not reach it? Okay.
Affirmative, slowing to a full stop.
Right. Voice attack. Edit. So I'm closing off the speed commands because something I'm saying sounds like full stop all the time or full speed. So I'm taking that off. Boost. Boost.
After burners maxing engines.
Why is that playing two separate files? La 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 la. La, la. So where is it? Constellation defense, docking, education, ETD, thrusters, reverse, reverse, half, slow, backwards, quarter, 100, 100, full. Main drives, engines main, ETD increments. So where the hell's boost then? Where's the command for boost? Where the hell is it? Oh my god! Is it under docking? As soon as everybody fucks it up in docking anyway? Oh, I swore again. Never mind. Oh, forget it. Ugh. Oh, she's playing GTA 5. There's not a lot of point going to Vespa then, is there? What we're going to do is we're going to go outfitting. I'm going to have a look to see if there's anything else that I can fit that might be a bit better. Frame shift. Rows. Range. Range, 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 range. 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 Oh, there it is. 7, 2, 1, 2, 7, 6, 5, that's what's in already. So yeah, that's not going to make any difference. Yeah, there's not a lot here to actually buy, to be honest. Back. Okay, fair enough then. Boost. Boost. Oh my god, it just doesn't like that command tonight at all. Okay, I'll go back to the galaxy map. Galaxy map. Oh my heavens. Okay. Let's go back to the original way of doing things. Have a mic by here. Midnight. Hello? Hello?
Hello, friend.
Boost.
Afterburners maxing engines.
Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Right, we'll head back to Dane. Take the 19 jumps to get there. Do, 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 do.
Decreasing sensor range.
Okay.
Decreasing sensor range to a minimum.
Is this the Galactic Midden? Yes, yes it is. You're very welcome here, you know that. Plotting failed. What the hell is going on? It has plotted a route. Route plotting failed. "16 light years away." Jump range is 8. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. So basically I managed to get a fairly well kitted out Beluga to this system, no problem. I upgraded it, well, downgraded it to a Vulture, which I kit out to the maximum FSD that I can get in this location, and it won't get me out of this system. That's a bit strange. So let's go for the smallest ship we have. Nope, not first put that. Go for utility, core internal, power plant, browse. The biggest one we can get. Frame shift drive. 2C frame shift. That gives us 10. Thrusters. Go for the D class, which gives us better range. Go back to the power plant. What have we got fitted? 2B, 2C, 2D. Go for 2D. Power distributor. Or an E. Let's go for the D. Fuel tank, that's fine. Back, optional. Gonna fill that with a fuel scoop. A-class. Yeah, it doesn't tell you what the custom stats on the fuel scoops are. It doesn't actually tell you what the... It says shield strength. That's not right. Interdictor, shield strength. Is that a bug? Or is that something that's changed? Top speed, boost speed, total mass. There's no different ones in there. Let's go back to fuel scoops. Doesn't change anything there. Well, let's go for the fuel scoop. It tells you there what it is. Oh, I see it. Sorry, my mistake. It's all up there, innit? It's up here. Stupid boy. Okay, that's fine. So I've got a 180 fuel scoop, which is the best I can put in this thing. Once I stick it there, can I fit it there? Can I fit a fuel scoop there? Because if I can, I'm so doing. That's a cargo rack, so if I rip that out, put a cargo rack there instead. I don't like how many clicks you need to do things now. I like the interface, it's pretty, and it's a lot more organised, and it gives you more information. But I don't like the fact that it obscures your ship view, because I'd quite like this view to be quite clear, because it'd be lovely to see. Browse. Fuel scoop. Best fuel scoop we can get. That gives us 11.5. Not intending to do any planetary approaches with this, so I'm going to sell that. Doesn't change anything though. Shield generator, well, I'll bump that up to a D. Shield generator, 2E, that's all I can get. Oh dear. Okay, so that gives us nearly min current max, or min current max, 1206. So I can do 12 light year jump. So that should hopefully get us where we need to go. So let's see if we can actually get that working. Am I going to ram... oh, hang on. Am I going to ram some decent weapons on it first? Just in case. They don't have burst lasers, so let's go for the pulse. Is it a 1G gimbal I've got already? Yes, it is. Okay, that's all I can have. That's fine. I'll have to do. Right, so we have a kind of kitted out ship. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Right, now, can we actually do the thing we wanted to do? Can we go to Dane? Dane. Plop. Yay! Okay. That's us ready to go. And launch. Yeah, that's another thing I do like about this new update, is this the new station designs, internal designs are really nice.
Docking clamps retracted. You are go for departure.
Raise landing gear.
Retracting landing gear.
Power to engines.
Power to engines.
Get clear and jump.
Afterburners maxing engines. Distancing. Stand by. The FTL is charged and ready. Stand by. Engaging jump.
In mass locked.
All clear. Hope to see you again, Commander.
Jump. Jump. Engage hyperdrive.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
It's been a while since I'm in the older Sidewinder.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Jump. Yeah, Midden, they've spruced them up. They're more colourful, there's more bright light spots in them, there's more, I think there's more variety of colour in the actual clouds themselves. And there's more features that come along with the clouds. Jump! Engage jump drive.
Making the jump to light speed.
Now I changed that to say jump, so it's obviously not saved that. That's a bogey.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
And the thing is, the clouds are still drawn onto a sphere or a cylinder, so they're very two-dimensional.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Tell you what I want to do. Not that.
Accessing library. Playing entry.
Mare, a term used to describe a large circular plane. The word mare means sea. On the moon, the maria are the smooth, dark-colored areas.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Ooh, Tom Baker. Controls. Flight rotation. Yaw. Move that down a little. Roll. I'm going to move that down a little as well. And pitch. I'm going to move down as well. Apply. Engage jump drive.
Faster than light drive charging now.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Not taking the risk. I'm not going to be a fuel rat.
Hull integrity compromised.
Whoa.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
So that's not one of those stars that lets you thingy from it then.
Temperature critical.
That may explain a lot. Engage supercruise.
Engaging supercruise.
Engage supercruise.
Charging supercruise drive.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
That was fun. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Engaging jump.
That was fun. Hoping that doesn't happen again. Yeah, so
Three, two, one. Engage.
the internet is closed in on Dave and now we cannot penetrate the event horizon to share our witty banter. Whoa! Okay, that's interesting. No K a second. But yeah, I'm apparently still transmitting. Okay, internet is still connected, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to bounce the stream. Stop streaming. Okay, we should be back live again. Don't know what happened there. It just stopped. I don't know how long it stopped. let me know, what was the last thing that you guys heard me say? Okay, I'm getting a bit worried now. I'm kind of hoping that the next system I go to is going to have a decent star, otherwise I'm a bit screwed. Open system map.
Displaying map.
Open galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Okay, well, I can go to the next one and actually dock for fuel if I have to. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Jumping to light speed.
Yeah, if that happens again, guys, be a little bit more clear on what's happened. You'd be all mystified. I'm not really paying attention to what you're saying, and if the stream's gone down, it's useful to know that kind of specifically. So yeah, as I was saying, what was the last thing you heard me say before it bounced off? Because I did have a bit of a conversation there around about the same time that you were posting unhappy faces, and because it was something that was quite bad news, I thought the smiley faces were, or the crying faces, were because of the bad news. So kind of need to know what you were kind of saying would be useful. And I might be able to fuel from this. Yay! Fill her up.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's fine.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Is it not Astra that's talking about Maya? Or Mare, sorry. Engage jump drive.
Charging the FTL drive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Ah, right, okay, so obviously that went. Okay. I was going to sort of say something about sort of recent events and so on, and why I've not been streaming much lately, and why things have been a bit quiet online for me this last few weeks. And it's primarily because a lot of stuff has kicked off the last couple of weeks, and it has been the month from hell, October. September wasn't great, but October especially has been shit. Looks like I'm going there. Bookmark. Hey, Commander Heisenberg. Thank you for coming onto the stream. Thank you for coming into chat. And thank you for watching in general. So I've just added Gildy. I don't want to add Gildy to the bookmarks. Delete. Delete. That's fine. Right, I'm going there. Exit.
Confirmed.
The
Warning.
oh crap
Taking heat
arse.
damage.
Done. Engage Super Cruise.
Super Cruise drive engaging.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Move it. There we go. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
One of my wonderful viewers, one of you people sitting on there, has just donated £50 to the channel. Thank you. I'm not going to say who you are.
You're welcome.
It wasn't Tom Baker or Midnight, but this is what I mean about this community. This community supports you in every way that it can. It supports you emotionally, it supports you physically, it supports you financially. Whenever you start whinging about something, you know, somebody comes along and says, "Don't worry about it, it's fine," or they do something else, or they just do stuff, and that's. You know, you can say to these people, you know, you don't have to do this kind of stuff, and they always just sit there and go, we know we don't have to do it. We do it because we care, because we give a shit. And someone once said, I was watching something a while ago, which essentially said that people don't accept gifts. Humans don't want to accept gifts, and they find it very, very difficult to accept money. And a lot of people said, nah, that's not true, but it is true. And it's true for me. I find it really, really difficult to accept that somebody could literally sit in a corner somewhere and say, that guy is a bit down, he's a bit fed up, I care about him, I'm going to send him some money to make him feel better. Or I'm going to send him a box of wine, or I'm going to send him a graphics card, or I'm going to send him just whatever, you know, just he looks around his cupboard and says, oh, I'll send him this, I'll send him that box of stuff. Or I'll send him half an eaten Jaffa cake. You know, anything, just something that says we're there. One of the guys, somebody I know recently, his dad died, and we sent him a card, and he said it was a great thing for us to do. He really appreciated it, and it really brought him up. And that's what I mean. You know, it's not something you expect. It's not something that anybody has to do. But when you're doing it to someone else, it's fine. You know, when I sit there and go, if I can afford it or if I've got the ability to do it, I would send somebody something. And I don't even think twice about it. But then that person says, that was really nice of you, didn't have to do that. I said, well, yeah, I did. And that's what I try and keep in my head with this. And this goes way back, because years and years and years ago, this must have been about 2006, 2007, I was writing a webcomic, and my computer died. And I didn't have enough money to fix it, which meant everything stopped. And the only internet access I then had was at work. And I was sending updates on the comic thing, say, look, my laptop's died, I've got no way out of it. And someone said, well, why don't you ask people for money then? Why don't you put a thing on saying, here's my PayPal account, if you can afford it, chuck some money. And I said, well, I can't do that. And they said, well, why not? Everyone else does. I says, okay. So I put a link on there, and lo and behold, 2 people donated. One person donated 150 quid, and one person donated 50 quid. That meant I could buy a new motherboard and fix my computer. And at that point I was thinking, well, wow, that's amazing. And but the thing is, I'm jaded. I mean, I'm cynical, and I don't trust anyone, and I find it very difficult to make friends and keep friends and that kind of thing. And I don't know, I find it quite difficult to understand why people would do that kind of thing. And I tend to feel like I'm not going to turn it into a huge existential debate. Basically, I find it difficult to accept gifts. I always feel I have to give something back, but people have shouted me down so often saying you don't have to. Because even going to a pub, if someone buys me a drink, I have to buy that person a drink back. But that's within my ability to do, is do that, because I can pay £2. When somebody says they're going to say, oh, here's 200 quid or here's 1,000 quid or whatever, there's no way I can pay that back. There's no way I can even compete with that. I'll come to another thing. Money is tight. Resources are getting tighter as the years go by, and something's happened this week that's made that even worse. And I'll come to that in a sec, because it's the continuation of the shitty week. I've kind of gone off on a tangent, really, haven't I? But
Main fuel tank low.
oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Jump. Engage jump drive.
Preparing for jump.
Please have enough fuel.
Four, three, two.
Yeah, I've gabbed for a bit long there, haven't I? So I'll at least refuel before I carry on. Well, this might not be the best system to refuel in, to be honest. Let's let me get this out of the way, then I'll continue where I was. I'll try and drag it back onto track now. But yes, in short, what I'm trying to say is, person who donated, thank you. Thank you very much. That is very, very kind of you, and I do appreciate it. You're an awesome person.
Fuel scooping.
Right. We'll call that the position where we can refuel. And this is a pirate system, apparently, so I'm probably going to get attacked a few times. So yeah, as I say, I'm trying to branch out and stuff, keep myself positive and all that kind of stuff, and it's been difficult. Right, I'll come into the rest of what happened this week. A couple of you know this already, that I can see sitting in the chat there. Yeah, so just as an example of the way that things tend to go in my life.
Complete.
My wife's been ill for a while, as you probably are aware. As a lot of you probably are aware. And as a result, she's been off. She has a voluntary job. And she's been... Well, she has a voluntary job, which should... Oh, help. I'm going to burn myself up again, aren't I?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
And long and short of it is, because she was off sick, she lost that job. I won't go into the ins and outs of it because it's too much of a pain in the arse for me to go into. It's not been a pleasant process. It's not been handled very well, and we're not taking it very well, because it's been 10 years of loyal service and unique service that apparently was valued, but apparently was worth just terminating at the drop of a hat, for a reason of being sick, which I'm not entirely sure about, you know, the potential of stuff on that. But it's not my place to say anything about that. So yeah, that was that. At the same time, the same place disengaged my services as their web services person. I was maintaining the websites for them and doing the technical support for their in-office IT stuff. And at the same time, because I think they were preparing to get rid of her, they got rid of me. Which is fair enough. They have the right to do that. I was only working voluntarily, and they found someone who could do apparently a better job. But I notice as of today that things on the web services side of things haven't changed. So read into that what you like. So there was that. Then our washing machine blew up. Then after the washing machine blew up, in the middle of all the washing machine blowing up stuff was when, so like I got the note that that they wanted rid of me from Anne's workplace. Then I want to do the drop first. I'll do it manually because I'm not entirely sure my drop command has been saved. Well, that was a surprise. So this apparently is a pirate base. Yeah, so I got laid off from this, and then the washing machine blew up, which was an unexpected expense, and then Anne got fired, which was is again essentially an expense. Hey FBP, which I assume is Sean. Hello Sean.
Scan detected. Incoming message.
I'm getting some unwelcome interest. Base is upside down. So federal advert on a theoretical unauthorized pirate base. And then after all that, my laptop blew up as well. So the machine that I've been using to do all the RPG stuff decided it was going to give up the ghost. Now the interesting thing on that, obviously it's a bit of a blow because I've now had to spend an extraordinarily large amount of money buying a new laptop in order to be able to continue to do the stuff that I was doing. It's been a bit of an issue. So the interesting thing about that is that the first wage that Anne got from this job, small amount of money though it was, went towards buying this laptop, went towards buying that laptop, and then the week that she gets the word that she's getting fired, it dies. How weird is that? Is this the base from CQC? This looks very, very, very like the mining base or something from CQC. It is, I had a feeling. They've turned it into an actual pirate base then, which I would assume, given the amount of pirates that are wandering around me. There's no way of docking here. but there is a docking slot for it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so that was 4
Scan
things.
detected.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, recognise all that. I'm going to try and get a picture of this before I go. I'll do it against the planet. That'll do. Yeah, so that was pretty much, yeah. And then the worst news of all, which put everything really into perspective, was that my cousin lost his baby. His 4-month-old son died suddenly on Friday. Well, not suddenly. He took ill on Wednesday, and that was sudden. And he had some breathing issues and went in the ambulance and suffered respiratory failure in the ambulance. Got to the hospital, they couldn't resuscitate him fully. And then he was on full life support for 2 days, and then was declared brain dead on Friday. So, 4-month-old boy by the name of Teddy Snedden. So, kind of puts the rest of it in perspective. I mean, that's been a shitty few weeks, but that does top it all. I don't know what the arrangements are going to be at the minute, so we'll have to wait. But God's sake, Dr. Crunch. My mum's house burned down today, 3 guinea pigs dead. Well, sad about the guinea pigs, glad about the humans. Obviously, my heart goes out to you, mate. That's ridiculous. This has been a hell of a year. Not even just for celebrity deaths or anything like that, but just seems to have been a lot of negativity this year all over the place. But within fighting and factions and stuff like that all popping up everywhere. Just in the elite community and amongst politicians and the world in general, and all the different crap that's going on just everywhere. Just this has been a shitty year. So we'll just need to wait and see how things go. Hi Drew, how you doing? You pop in at the end of the mucking about. Oh wow! Thank you, mate. Someone else has now sent money in on the donation thing. Much appreciated, guys. You get me right here.
I'm afraid that's classified information.
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying names, Midnight. It's fine. Not telling anyone who it is, unless you guys want me to, in which case I will. But I'm not gonna. But no, that's very generous of you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah. So I found a power installation. So let's try and get back on track. That's the negative side of things. I've gone a little more in detail than I intended to this evening. I probably just made the sound go all funny by doing that. But yeah, let's carry on and play some game. Now, right, moving on. Let's see where the Frontier thing goes. Let's see where the RPG thing goes. Hopefully we're going to be golden with the RPG come July. And the rest of the stuff will all sort itself out. And as I say, my heart goes out to my cousin, and we'll hopefully see him soon in less than great circumstances, but he'll get a huge fuck off hug from me anyway, which is the least I can possibly do. I know it wouldn't make things any better, but hey. Sister had a miscarriage many months ago, told me on Thursday that she's expecting. Life sometimes takes, sometimes goes back, but we're the ones that must make it the happy place we want it to be. Quite right, Midden, quite right. I'll raise a glass if I had one. I'll raise a can of Fanta. There you go. I just feel sometimes that life tends to kick you when you're down. It does things to you and then you fall down and then you get up again and then you get kicked again by something else that comes along. And they all come... People say it comes along in threes. I'm just wondering how many threes I'm going to get. 3 threes possibly, because we're on at least 7 at the moment. But hey. Shit things happen to people and you have to move on and live with it and carry on. That's the way it goes, I suppose. That's life. If we could all just sit and fly spaceships in a computer game all day long and make a living and all that kind of stuff, then it'd be great, wouldn't it? If no one died, it'd be fantastic. But sadly life doesn't work like that. So yeah, I'm going to move on from that now. You'll be glad to hear. I apologise, this was not meant to be a vent, but yeah, it just came out that way. Will I put this online on YouTube? I'm not entirely sure. I may not. I may edit it before I do, so it's going to be in 2 halves anyway. But I may have to edit it before I put it on. There's some stuff I'm not that keen on putting out there, so this may be a bit of an editing job before it goes online. But yeah, so that was a pirate base. What else have we got? We've had the pirate base, we've had the space dock. There's something else. Capital ship, dock, pirate installation, civilian installations, and military installation. Okay, let's have a look and see if we can find another installation before we call it a night. Let's see how things go. Wow, they're all scanning the shit out of me. Open galaxy map.
Displaying map.
LFT 926. I want to give a shout out to ISOKicks, because it's isokicks.space website that I'm using for this information about other installations, just to find out where they are. Nevermore. Oh my god, why do they all have to be so far apart? Ngalkin. That's not how you spell it. Try that.
Scan
Jesus.
detected.
And that's the least interesting of the lot. I suppose the military one is probably the best one to try. So let's go to LFT 926. Alright, so we're targeted on that. It's what? Doesn't say. Close galaxy map.
Exiting map.
Awesome news, Midden. And that's good to know, Garzini. Yay. Right, so how many jumps is that going to be? 17. Alright, let's see if we can do this a bit more efficiently than we did the last time. So say bye to the pirate installation, which was nice. But let's face it, not very interesting. Boost.
Afterburners maxing engines.
Wow. Fantastic unrelated stuff. The news on the RPG kind of has left what's going to happen at Fantastic a bit up in the air. Obviously the motivation for me to do the RPG stuff is kind of gone at the moment. But with Colin Ford, who's been working with me on the miniatures rules, has expressed an interest to do something RPG related again, and run the miniatures game and RPG combination together as we did at LaveCon. Engage jump drive.
Making the jump to light speed.
So, thinking about that, I think we may still do that, but I'm also contemplating bringing my 3D printer with me to Fantasticon and doing sort of like demos and stuff like that. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do in terms of content for it, and I'm going to have a conversation with Dan about it tomorrow and see what thoughts we have. Because he was kind of saying to me, what things do you want to do? Because this is what I mean. Dan's one of these people who, again, has got in touch and has phoned me up and just to make sure I'm okay and have a chat and talk about stuff that isn't RPG related and so on. But we did bring it around to the RPG, and we brought it around to Fantasticon, as we always do. And he said, so how's the 3D printer game coming on? Is it taking over your life? And I said, no, it's supplementary to my other career, i.e. the RPG and the game design stuff. And hopefully it'll be integrated with those concepts as time goes by. And the thought kind of came to me at that point, well, why don't I bring the 3D printer with me to Fantasticon and kind of demonstrate how it all works and how we can use it for gaming and stuff like that. And he was quite enthusiastic about the idea, so yeah, the theory is there to bring it, but then we're going to have to see where things go, where it leads, and if there's something we can actually do productive with it while we're there. No, it wouldn't work very well for that, because you wouldn't be able to put it in the oven for a start. You'd melt it. If you're going to make, you could use the printer to make the ship, to put inside some silicone to make a mold with. So you could use it to make the positive aspect of the mold, and then your silicone with the actual mold that you could make something with. That would work. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Charging the FTL drive.
So that could be fun. So yeah, if you have thoughts about that, then let me know. At the minute we're looking at I'm looking at designing a little custom thing for Fantasticon that can be 3D printed and sold at the event. So you get a kind of 3D printed souvenir of Fantasticon. And we'll see how that goes. I'm not promising anything at this point. Obviously the computer dying kind of put a crimp on things, because it meant that the time from Friday onwards was spent rebuilding computer shit. Because what I had to do was buy the new computer, bring it home, boot it up, get it working, take the hard drive out, put the old hard drive from the old computer in, try and get it working, fail to get it working, put the other hard drive back in, use Windows 10's weird combination BIOS recovery thing to go into the BIOS, change the settings to say stop using the stupid integrated Windows 10 thing and use the ordinary BIOS mode, so that I could put the other hard drive in, boot into the Windows 8 version that I had on the other computer, and configure that to run the thing. At which point I then had to download the drivers for the wireless card, put them onto a memory stick, put it into the laptop, install the wireless drivers, realise I'd got the wrong driver, find the correct driver, install the correct driver using the same process, and then try and download all the different drivers for the computer to get it to work. Which was a fucking long process. At the same time, get this, never rains but it fucking pours, at the same time, on the gaming machine I started to get warnings coming up saying, you have a very small amount of memory left on your hard drive. So I checked and I've got 30 gig, which is ridiculously low for a machine that's supposed to be a gaming PC. Engage jump drive.
Frame shift drive engaging.
So while I was spending shitloads of money on a computer, I thought, well, I may as well spend a pittance, a tenth of the money, on a hard drive. So when I was in PC World, I was looking at hard drives there while I was waiting, and they were looking at about 70 quid for a 1 terabyte. And on Amazon, you can get a 2 terabyte for 50 quid. So I got that. So now I have bogload of memory on the gaming machine again, which is good. So, yay. But the credit card's suffering a bit. But hopefully we've got something coming in that's going to resolve that. And again, people who are donating things and putting money in the kitty and pledging to the channel and all that sort of thing all help that kind of stuff. so it's great. If we can absorb the costs of the computer in the next few weeks,
Fuel scooping.
then what I may do is look at investing in the channel using stuff, and using the money that's coming tonight, I may look at investing something in the channel and improving some of the kit
Fuel
we've got,
scoop disengaged.
which would be nice. But I don't know actually, to be honest, what I'm going to do. The instruction given by my mysterious benefactor on the donation yesterday was enjoy yourself with it. So we don't know what to do with it yet. We were meant to go out last weekend, and we didn't end up going out because Anne was too ill to go out again. So we're just waiting to see what we can do with it, with what we can do to try and do something a bit different, you know. But anyway, so yeah, 3D print shot glasses. That would be a very easy thing to do, actually, Midden. That would actually work quite well. Because what I was thinking about was like a cargo crate, you know, like a container, not an elite style cargo container, but like a crate, like a wooden crate design, but done in plastic, with a Fantasticon logo in it, something like that, and maybe even make it separatable so you can have a little trinket box or whatever you feel like having with it. But I need to work out how to print that properly. What I have been trying to design very, very rapidly is a concept I've had in my head for a long, long time about some sort of gaming dice. But I'm finding it difficult to actually get the... Oh dear, I've just been sticking my mouth, that's not good. I'm finding it difficult to get the design right so that it prints off well. And the resolution on the printer is good, but on the top surface where you have your last layer, it can be a little bit flaky sometimes. So I'm still trying to get that right. And it's that bit that lets it down. It's that surface that lets it down, which is quite unfortunate. So yeah. Engage jump drive.
Jumping to light speed.
Open communications. Open comms.
Communications.
Close comms.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
If you can do a whiskey glass, I'll bring a nice whiskey, and I promise not to miss you out of the first round this time. If you're going to bring that shit you got from Marks and Spencer's, you can sod off. That was disgusting. Can you print it at an angle so it starts on an edge? Not without having to use support material, Gurzini, no. Efficient printing on a 3D printer means you have to try and stay away from obtuse angles or acute angles. Anything on a 45-degree angle from the vertical would be fine. You know, that stuff made me throw up at LaveCon. It was disgusting. It lined my throat and made me cough. And even after all that time of sitting drinking, I wasn't particularly drunk. And I didn't feel like I was in any way drunk, in any sense, in any way, shape or form. Yeah, I remember that was nice. You know, I'm going to do something I'm going to regret, and I'm going to jump to a system that's got fuck all I can fuel that. And I've just flew away from a big star that I could have fueled that. You know what, I'm going to go back. Not taking the risk. It's me talking again. Ah, crap, it's right over there, isn't it? Holy crap. No, that wasn't one I could thingy out, was it? It was a thingy one. Engage jump drive.
Charging frameshift drive.
Yeah, so 3D printing, you have to sort of try and keep your angles less than 45 degrees from the vertical, or it starts to basically droop. Because what you're dealing with here is hot plastic, hot melted plastic. If you try and lay it on a flat surface, then you're fine. If you lay it vertically, then it's fine because it can lay on the line below. So if you start going out at an angle, then you can only go so far before the plastic starts to run down run over the side. Oh shit. Shit! Okay, open galaxy map. Open galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Do you know what, man? I actually looked that stuff up on M&S's website, and it's not fucking cheap. I must admit, M&S, I know M&S have this thing about quality and so on, right? But Jeebus, man, it was like... Can I reach that one? White yellow star. No, I can't. Can I reach that one? No, I can't. Shit. Can reach that one. White yellow. That'll do.
Afterburners maxing engines.
Well said. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Engaging jump drive.
Oh, you know what? I can't remember.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Kenmore? Yeah, Kenmore. You've come up with that at the same time I did. Nice.
Fuel scoop.
Right, let's fill those tanks. Yeah, that's what I mean, it's 16 quid a bottle, that's not cheap. That's... But the thing is, you drink it and it's like fucking paint stripper. So $15.99 you're paying for what you would pay a fiver for in somewhere like Asda, for the cheapest whiskey knockoff you can find. It's ridiculous. I don't even know how you can call it whiskey without an E. But it's the most expensive de-icer I've ever seen in my life.
Fuel scooping complete.
Kills all known germs. I mean, as I say, I mean that the whiskey you brought, the first bottle of whiskey that you had was lovely. Open galaxy map. Open galaxy map.
Stellar galaxy map.
But that stuff, as I say, it lined my throat so badly, and it burned so badly that I had to. My body actually said, "Nope, I'm getting rid of this," and all it threw up was that whiskey. So. Yeah, me too, mate. It's just not worth it. Blended whiskey is not whiskey. Blended whiskey is somebody wasting time with a bucket. LFT 926. Oh, this is going to be a long one tonight if I want to try and get here. It's what you deserve. Either don't take that the wrong way. Like, you don't deserve it by being kept up late. You deserve it by the fact I've not streamed for a couple of weeks. Yeah, well, I should try it. It probably would burn through here. Goop that you get in the bottom of the shower. Why does the MFD on my Cytec stop working? That's a bit shit. I appreciate the share, put it that way. I appreciate the thought that went behind the sharing. That was awesome. Oh dear. So, I've been toying with the idea lately of buying another game. I have far too many games to play, but I've toyed with the idea of buying another game. Because I've been watching a Let's Play on Fallout 4 online, and I think it looks lovely. Can I imagine it? I'm Scottish, mate. Of course I can imagine it. I can imagine the entire house smelling of whiskey. It'd be great. But it'd be proper whiskey, it wouldn't be that shit. I'd have my house smelling of Isle of Jura. I actually want Yankee Candle to make Isle of Jura flavoured candles. Or scented candles, not flavoured candles. No. Love to! I'm going to love to! Sorry, tired. Where was I? Oh yeah, engage jump drive. Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
Yes, I've been watching a playthrough of Fallout 4, and it does look like a really, really fun game. It looks like it's got some aspects to it.
4.
That'd be a great idea.
2.
Oh yeah.
1. Engage.
It's got all that famous grouse is good for, mind. Bells along with it. Yeah, and I've quite enjoyed watching the playthrough. There's a good story element to it, which you can take at your own pace, and there's like a building / crafting element to it that looks like a lot of fun as well. So it's something I'm quite interested in playing. So I had a look online for it, thinking, yeah, it'd be nice and cheap, because it's been out for a while, and it's still 40 fucking quid. And I thought, well, I can't really justify 40 quid. Can't really justify spending 40 quid on a game again. I'm only going to play like a few times a month, or not play very often, and all that kind of stuff. Especially when I've got things like Elite to play and other stuff that's coming out and other stuff I've bought. So I've been playing Visceral Cleanup Detail, which is the most relaxing game ever. Because nothing's attacking you. You don't have to worry about pirates coming at you from nowhere, or you don't have to worry about things falling out of things and attacking you. You do have to worry about things falling out of vents on you, but all that means you've got to get your mop out again, sigh, and mop up the mess. Engage jump drive.
Faster than light drive charging now.
But that's what was coming to Midden. Today, as I was getting stuff ready for playing, I went onto Steam to log into Steam, and it came up with Fallout 4 on sale. Hurrah!
4. 3. 2. 1.
So do you know what?
Engage.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking buy it. 20 quid, I can't fault it. Plus which, you generous guys have sent money, so I may use that. And buy that. Oh. And I'm feeling a bit conned, by the way, because Christmas, and keeping up with the hype, I bought myself a copy of Star Trek. Shut up. Star Wars Battlefront. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's the biggest con I think anyone's ever come out with. Especially the update thing, the DLC. You can only buy the DLC if you buy a season pass. So you have to get every DLC. You can't just buy the DLCs individually. Then in a sense I suppose that's exactly what they've done with Elite. But then they haven't, because you can get bits and pieces of each update without having to buy the yearly updates. You just don't get certain content, but you get some of the content come through. For example, this time we're getting the ships and the passenger missions, but not the additional Guardians content, which is fair enough. Pardon me. So yeah, I kind of object to paying 30 odd quid to pay for the season pass for thingy, because I want to play the Death Star. That's all I want to play is the Death Star update. I don't want to play the Bespin update or the other update or whatever the Force Awakens update is going to be. I want to play the Death Star update, but I don't want to buy the other ones to go with it. I want to just buy the Death Star update. But no, that's not allowed. Thank you, Electronic Arts. Oh wait a minute, it's Electronic Arts, isn't it? Money grabbing bastards. Jump. Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
But yes, Fallout 4 I'm very, very, very tempted to buy. Now that it's down to 20 quid, it is very tempting to buy. And even more so now that you guys have put some money in the kitty. which, as I say, tends to go towards improving the stream, improving the video stuff that I can do, and hopefully we'll start to get put towards expanding the YouTube channel and trying to make a bit of a thing about the online video thing. So, if that's okay with you guys, obviously let me know in private, not on here. But yeah, that's kind of where. Obviously, if it's something that I'm going to get online, then I will of course stream
Fuel
it.
scooping.
Will I do an entire playthrough? Thank you for the host, by the way, Commander Ripped. Can't see you online, but thank you for the host. I meant to say that to you before, sorry. Fallout 4 is something that I probably could stream. I need to finish the BioShock 2 playthrough as well, because I was going to do that online, but I've never got around to getting back to that again. But yeah, would I do Fallout 4 all the way through online? I don't know, streaming it possibly. Will I roleplay Fallout 4? What, you mean do the entire thing in character? As far as I'm concerned, I think something like Fallout 4, if I'm going to do it online, it kind of role plays itself, because you have the character dialogue and the character interaction actually on there. Would I narrate as the character, sort of online? Possibly. If you think it'd be interesting, then I'll do that. Rather than doing it as just basically a walkthrough with me commentating on it. No, it's. You say you're jesting, but it's an interesting idea to take it to, because I've seen quite a lot of playthroughs of different things. There are a couple of people in particular that I watch that do these playthroughs and do these walkthroughs. Who just basically talk all the way through it. They commentate on what's going on, they commentate on other things that are going on, and they just talk in general through the stuff. And I don't entirely like that. Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
I do find it distracting because the reason I got into things like streaming and watching Twitch feeds and all that kind of stuff is because it's interesting sometimes to just watch somebody play a game. When I don't want to play a game myself, I'm quite happy to sit and watch someone else play it.
4, 3,
But I'll sit there and kind of say,
1. Engage.
if somebody asks, if the person playing it asks for hints and tips, then I'll offer suggestions or whatever. But otherwise, I'll keep fairly quiet and just watch the plot unfold. And that's kind of what I like to do on sort of YouTube channels. And it takes me quite a lot of effort sometimes to find a YouTube playthrough where the guy isn't, or girl isn't sitting there wittering on about crap, and it's very hard to find them. The ones that do that are fairly good. If I was going to do it on a Twitch stream, then obviously there'd have to be a level of interaction with the Twitch people, with people in chat. Hey Bifford, how you doing? Hello, good night. I'm not logging off for another 8 jumps.
Fuel scooping complete.
So you can hang around if you like. We're talking about role-playing Fallout 4 at the minute.
Fuel scoop
Bifford.
disengaged.
And Midden's obviously wanting to talk about that rather than your day off. I've kind of had half a day off today because I felt like absolutely shit all day today. I felt like shit all through the weekend actually. But today I went into work this morning and I felt like crap on the way in. And then my stomach started to cramp up, and then I just ill all day. Decided to come home around about lunchtime and thought I just can't sit in the office feeling the way that I feel, not able to really concentrate on anything I'm doing. So I came home and felt like absolutely shit for another couple of hours, and then stopped eating basically, and that has made me feel a little bit better. I've just not eaten anything since this morning. I knew that something was wrong because I couldn't eat breakfast this morning. I had a little tub of cereal this morning for my breakfast, couldn't even finish it, and normally I have like a sausage cob or something like that. Engage jump drive.
Preparing for jump.
Green tea seems to have very little effect on me. I have tried it in several different ways, both boiled as a cup of tea, boiled as a cup of tea with milk in, cold in water,
3, 2, 1. Engage.
and as an infusion in like a tray that I can just smell. Ridiculous, I know, but I did. But anyway, as I was saying, I appreciate the offer, thank you very much. I think that works for everybody, Fantastic Books Publishing. But yeah, going back to Fallout 4, I think if I was going to play it online, I would obviously have some kind of narrative
Fuel
thing
scooping
going on
complete.
between myself and the people thinging.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I'll have dialogue between myself and the people in chat, but otherwise I would just literally be talking as the character, and letting the universe itself do all the talking for me. That's what I would try and do if I was going to roleplay it. If people would find that more interesting than just listening to me witter on about the game as I play it, then that's maybe something I might take on. So, whatever you prefer. Would that kind of thing interest people who are there? I mean, there's like, what, 6 of you in there at the moment. What do you all think of that idea? A Fallout 4 playthrough that would be maybe half an hour to an hour a night, probably one night a week, if I'm lucky, if I'm allowed to do it, or one afternoon a week. And again, it would be done on Twitch and then put onto YouTube the way I normally do it. Bifford, it's not Dan that's there, it's Sean, I think. Dan did say he was going to try and pop on this evening, but he hasn't. Not even the story side of it, Bifford, because it does look like a fascinating story. You're not a big fan of the FPSs, are you? Engage jump drive.
Jumping to light speed.
Four, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That's fine, Biff. Each to their own. I mean, I'm aware that if I want to expand this channel and to sort of do different things on it and attract more viewers and the things that you usually have to do on Twitch to try and make it worth
Fuel
doing,
scooping complete.
which I do think is worth doing even with the small amount of viewers that I get. But if I want to expand it and do different things and keep my interest going, then I need to branch out into different types of games. And I'll only ever play something that interests me. And I'm not a big FPS fan myself, to be honest. I don't like things like Call of Duty on a regular basis. I don't want to play things like Quake or Doom or things
Fuel
like that.
scoop disengaged.
Just, they don't attract me. But if something's got a decent plot, a decent environment and a decent concept behind it, and I love the Fallout concept. I love the concept of the sort of alternative, the slightly alternative universe where everything's pretty much the same as it was, but like a 50s vibe to it. Engage jump drive.
Making the jump to light speed.
But that's the thing, Biff. I want to try and do something that's going to appeal to the people that I already have on the channel, like the loyal people who I have on the channel, like yourself, and Psycho Cow, and Gamora, and Garzini, and Edarin, and the people that pop in pretty much every time.
4, 3,
And Alien, who
2,
seems to have vanished quite early this evening.
Engage.
But obviously that means adding more days to the channel, and adding more days when I'm streaming, more days when I'm not working on the RPG or spending time with the wife or anything like that. But if it's only like an hour at a time rather than 12 hours a week, that I spend working on the RPG, or the 15 hours a week or 20 hours a week that I spend on it. Then I want to do something that's going to keep my interest, or it's going to be worth doing, it's going to be fun, it's going to engage me. And Fallout seems to be that thing where you can make it what you want to make it. You can make it a very interactive and
Complete.
interesting experience, or you can just do the missions as you do the missions and just go through the plot as quickly as you can. It's one of the reasons why I like the Lego games, is that you have got the free roaming aspect to the later ones. Engage jump drive.
Charging frameshift drive.
I mean, I think to an extent, in a way, Elite and Elite Dangerous has the same kind of vibe as an FPS in some ways. The environment is far prettier than you could ever get in an FPS because you're basically flying around space, but you are an individual entity floating around a generated universe where other people are floating around as well, and NPCs are floating around that you have to shoot and kill, or you can go off and wander around on your own for a bit. So it's kind of odd how it's the same vibe. But it's the environment that makes it interesting. So likewise, things like Doom, Quake, COD, you're looking at, okay, nicely rendered possibly, but essentially not very interesting environments. Things like Morrowind or Skyrim or the fantasy games, you've got the fantasy environment, which is a bit different and gives you that opportunity to float around in that as well. Games like alternative universe stuff or alternative history stuff interests me because it gives me something else to think about rather than the world that we actually live in. I could, but I don't want to see. I don't want to compromise the Elite stream, which has always been Monday night for a couple of hours, and chuck something else in the mix, and then sort of reset the stream halfway through and go on for something a bit different. I would like to keep the Monday night stream the way it is and make that the Elite thing, because Elite is still my big thing, and it's my gaming constant, as it were. It's the thing that keeps me coming back to games. If I'm going to go do something else, then Star Citizen I quite like because it has an interesting environment, although it does seem a little generic sci-fi rather than actually specifically targeted towards some concept overall. It's a shame it's not in the Wing Commander universe, because that would have been an interesting environment. The post-war universe of Wing Commander would have been an interesting place to put it. Or even continue on from Prophecy, where you've got the Nephilim on the verge of invasion and then trying to prepare for that and then wait for that. You could end up with quite a similar scenario to what's happening in Elite Dangerous, really. Engage jump drive.
Jumping.
So yeah, the Fallout franchise always interests me because post-apocalyptic nuclear stuff interests me. The 50s vibe, carrying the 50s sci-fi future on and then turning that into a sci-fi game, it's even better. I mean, that's really, really cool. Stalker, the Stalker series, the Russian ones, where you're wandering around Chernobyl and Pripyat, are very interesting to me because the environment there is exactly the sort of stuff that I'm interested in. The Soviet era stuff, Cold War shit, just turns me on. So that's something I would love to get more into than I have been. Cities skylines. Wow, there's a lot of stars here. Open system map.
System map.
Good grief, that's a busy system. And 2 Earthlings in it as well, bloody hell. Close system map.
Closing map.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, so franchises like that are quite cool. Something that's got a bit of an alternative behind it. Viscera cleanup detail, which I know Bifford hates, I like because it's an interesting concept. Rather than just being your kind of first person shoot 'em up or investigation game or exploration game, it's the concept is there that you're there cleaning up after someone else's game, and that makes me laugh, and it just makes me so interested in it. I finally got the beta to install. Omniton doesn't attempt, I can't run it, keeps errors in the graphics failed. Shit. That's weird. And the thing is, it's the beta comes to an end tomorrow, so that means the full game is going to be updated to this system. Have you sent any of that information into Frontier? Have you done an error report?
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Engage jump drive.
Engaging jump.
Did they ever get back to you?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I think that's one of the reasons why I've not really played much in the way of Planet Coaster, is because it doesn't grip me in the same way that concept games grip me. I've tried talking about it on the forum, because there's a forum section that you can post these things on as well, and they're probably more reliable to get back to you on that, because that's what they keep telling me, is that try and do it through the forum rather than through the error reporter, and you'll get a more reliable response or something.
Fuel scooping complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
The multi-crew pulsar. Engage jump drive.
Charging the FTL drive.
Oh, the game pulsar. I've heard of pulsar actually.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Am I on Steam? Yes, I am. I am on Steam, Psycho Cow. I believe it's HD Selezen. HMS acronym.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
This pulsar lost colony. Right, last jump. We'll have a look at this base and then we'll find somewhere to land. We'll find somewhere to dock for the night.
Scoop disengaged.
Engage jump drive.
Frame shift drive engaging.
Yeah, I've had a look at that. It looked... I watched somebody playing it. Sadly, I watched Squirrel playing it, I think. And it annoyed me. But I think it was because...
4,
Yeah.
3, 2.
I'm sorry, but you know, I've had a lot of respect for Squirrel over the last couple of years for what he's done with his stream, but I don't enjoy watching him anymore. No problem with Potters at Smith. Leave him alone, poor Simoof. Military installation. We've got a base here, haven't we? Yeah, we've got a base, so we're fine. We can go and have a look at the military installation and then berth up for the night.
Fuel scooping.
Or we can just do Loop of Shame instead.
Fuel scooping complete.
Yeah, Bifford, I've already addressed that in an earlier part of the stream by saying that it's despicable what she's done. Again, betrayed, stabbed in the back by another streamer who I consider to be one of my core friends in the streaming community, has yet again. That little wobble on the screen you can see is me shaking my head in despair and disgust. How quickly people turn on you, eh? Did you do a 7k walk, Psycho Cow? I didn't know you were doing a 7k walk. If you did, well done. Bloody well done, mate. Nice one. I can respect anyone who walks more than a kilometre without their back giving out. Whoa! Jesus, that appeared from nowhere. That is just photo worthy, just right there, I think. You're doing a 7k walk every night. Is that right? You're doing a 7k walk every night, Psycho Cow. That is an impressive station, Bifford. That is immense. And very busy. It's not Dan, Psycho Cow. Yeah, I'll need to do something about getting the exercise levels up. I did buy a stepping machine, but I can't get it to work properly. Another 18 quid for Pulsar Lost Colony. I think I would have to choose. Is Pulsar one of those games where you can actually select your own people that you want to play with, or are you stuck with whoever it is you manage to team up with? Can you select your own team and join it as a team? So, This is a military installation. Shall we have a bit of an explore in the Sidewinder? Is this another one from CQC, or is this something that's new? But it is very pretty. But then, this is Elite. It's just made of pretty. Now dock at it. No.
Incoming message.
Okay. Specialized legacy firmware. Okay. Midden, I think you have. I think you probably would have met him at LaveCon. I'm sure he was there. If you were at Fantasticon last year, you'd have met him. Is that a satellite part of this station? Oh, I could have sworn you were at LaveCon. A gift copy of Pulsar. Oh, that's very kind of you, Psycho Cow. That was really nice, thanks. Once you accept my conditional French. I can't at the minute because I don't have Steam on the other machine, and I can't do it now while I'm playing this game online. So I'll do that shortly. But thank you Grant, I appreciate it. You're a star among men. But yeah, so there's another station, another installation. It's cool. It looks lovely. It adds more to the visual depth of this game. Just don't buy it. Okay, fair enough then, I won't buy it. Okay, right, I'm going to draw this to a close then shortly. I'm going to head off to a station, dock our ship up, and then tuck you all in. You know, I know there's not a lot of us online, but if you like we could auction it. Either that, or store it for another night, and I can advertise it as an auction that we could do another time, if you want to. Or do it on your own stream, whatever. Boost.
Afterburners maxing engines.
Right, I'll try and remember that then. Engage jump drive.
Faster than light drive charging now.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
What might be interesting to do is actually have a stream next week. I know I said I wasn't going to compromise the Elite stream with other games, but as a one-off, why don't we do a session of Pulsar next Monday? And then offer a giveaway during the stream. Okay, so okie doke. I couldn't possibly comment on that, Midden. Where are you off to, Midden?
Sierra Echo Lima. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only.
Request docking permission.
Request for docking sent.
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 19er.
New job in Manchester. Awesome. Is it safe to use WD-40 on a joystick on a Cytec X52? It's squeaking a bit. Deploy landing gear.
Lowering gear.
Oh, I'm liking this station. That is nice. Look at that. Oh, wow. That is stunning. Oh. Remember to actually dock as well.
Contact. Dispatching ground crew. Report to station services for more information, Commander.
You're not dispatching any ground crew. There aren't any ground crew. It's a fucking lovely docking bay, Midden. That is beautiful. Like I said before, the graphics and visual updates in this game are absolutely fucking stunning. They have done a hell of a job. Hell of a job, this update. I know I said there wasn't a lot of actual physical content in the game for this update, but you know what? I'm talking bollocks, because the work they've done on the station interiors alone is worth the update. If you're into this game because of the fact that you like pretty, like I am. Well, that's not pretty, that blonde woman, that's not pretty at all. But, I mean, the update and the... words have just failed me. The variety, that's the word I'm looking for. The variety of stuff that's in these stations now is amazing. I've just actually noticed the spotlights as well. Look at those spotlights. That is absolutely stunning. And I've just noticed that I think the cars on that, or is it the buses and the trucks again on there? But yeah, I mean that is just thoroughly amazing. I get the feeling this is a communist station. Wow. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to take a photo of that. And I'm going to move up a little, as much as I can. I'm going to call that a night. Drew did a good job of describing the inside of the station that Salome wanders through. Yeah, that's one good thing about Drew. As I said before, he is a very, very good descriptive writer. And Frontier will be silly if they don't take some of his ideas and ask him permission first, obviously, and then use him. Although I don't think they have to ask him permission because he wrote under their license. So, but still, it's all good stuff. This is an amazing game. I know I have my issues with it and the direction it's going in, and the fact that there are certain things that were promised that haven't been delivered yet. Walking around on your ship being the main one. But still, you know, graphically, visually, for what you get is stunning. What they've done is they haven't delivered everything they said they were going to deliver because they want to do the quality, make sure the quality is right. But to be honest, if that's the reason, and then looking at the quality of the stuff that we've got here, I can wait. I can wait. It's fine. I don't mind. So, yeah. Okay, well, as I said, I apologise for the bit of a rant earlier on. I'm not entirely sure if that will make it into the YouTube video, but if you've missed any of the stream, then feel free to view it on YouTube as soon as I get it online. It's not going to be tonight because, as I say, I'm intending to do some editing to the content. I'm not going to put the whole thing on. I've got a whisper, just noticed. No, don't. Okay, don't. It's fine. It's empty. Yay! Well done, Midden. Woo! Yeah, what I'll do is I'll go to I'll pop onto Steam after I've closed this down, and then we'll have a look, and we'll join up. And yeah, let's have a Pulsar session next week. We'll talk about it in the next couple of days, and if everyone's up for it for next Monday, then we'll sort that out as a plan. And I'll start pushing it through on Facebook and everything, and see who's interested to join us. And hopefully we can outperform Miss Russell and her Kickstarter related shenanigans. Yeah, so I want atmospheres on planets. Well, we have atmospheres on planets. What we want is people to land on those planets with atmospheres and wander about. Use Steam to take the photos of the galaxy. So yes, if everyone's up for it, then we'll do it. Let me know what you think. Psycho Cow, stay in touch. Might be worth putting a group together on Facebook to talk about it, and then see if we're up for it. And if so, then I'll start pushing that out, and we'll get that sorted. So that's cool. Awesome sauce. Well, it's been a pleasure, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. I hope you've enjoyed this sort of late night, extremely long stream. Just it's 11:30. And yeah, I shall draw that to a close. He says, trying to draw it to a close and failing because the keyboard doesn't seem to want to respond. That's because I'm in the wrong window. Ha! There we go. And we'll go into that. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves, and again, to those who've donated tonight, if you're still around, then I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot, and it'll go towards making this a little bit happier and improving the stream, hopefully. So take care of yourselves, and good night.